Hello and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2. We are playing with the Imperial German Navy. With the 1900 start, it is 1916 and Germany is back at war, this time with Russia once more. So far our Navy has sunk two of their battle cruisers, and if we see here, they have a significant superiority in battle cruiser numbers but hardly any battleships. In total our superiority here is significant, 193 to 311. That's why we started to plan for invasion of the Baltic states, which will hopefully happen soon, but thus we will just continue on and probably crush the Russians rather fast. So far it went rather well. The budget is, we are having a deficit, but that is because we're building 4 new battleships of the, what I would call the Emperor class. So they are basically almost identical, except that after the first one, the Wilhelm II, was started, there were some advances in technology, so we were able to change the deck armor from 4 to 4.5 inch. But other than that, the ships are the same. They're already at 28 knots for a battleship, with 13-inch belt and 4.5 inch deck, which means that they will very likely stay at least somewhat competitive until the end of the game. We can later rebuild them, we can later add some new deck armor and give it a new engine, and that should help keep it up to date. Apart from that, they only have 15-inch guns, but 15-inch guns should be able to do some more damage, especially if at a later phase when the engines are upgraded, there might also be new better guns available and 15-inch. But still, I think those are very powerful designs, and it actually was only possible because the dock size was already this big. We wanted to start new battle cruisers, and when we increased the armor to the amount they have now, the game automatically changed it to battleships, which makes them insanely superior to everything the opponents have. They might have like the same armor, close to the same belt armor. In this phase, I doubt that anyone has more than 3-inch deck armor, and the battleships right now should be at like 21 to 23 knots, not 28. So I really like that design, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it come online. But right now we are just waiting for that and continuing on. So Sakhalin. There is a rebellion, new docks completed. Okay, one of our destroyers was damaged. Coastal raid, medium size, okay. And I guess it's one of those bombardment missions, yes. And it's happening quite often if it's getting dark that you can't spot that target. So you have to wait until the daylight is coming back. So we should at least go up to 20 knots to make use of the daylight, yeah, and it'll be dark before we reach it. So we'll have a hard time destroying that. That is unfortunately kind of like a bug. Okay, somebody is shooting somewhere. Somewhere down here, I guess. Okay. That is a lot of ships, actually. What do we have? Okay, we need to pause it. Support forces, light cruiser division. Usually it's like very reliable. If you only have light cruisers, you shouldn't expect battleships, or at least not too many. If on the other hand my support forces were to include battleships, that would mean that the enemy definitely sends some too, and I'm thus unsure. They might be just spotted by mistake. That might be a mistake, the sighting report, but in the end we'll have to see. Okay. So right now we're just moving forward towards the target, and hoping not to run into a battleship on too close range, from a very close range, because with only 2, let's see, how good are these? Yeah, only 4 submerged torpedo tubes aren't really what we need to fight battleships. So in case we see some, we really need to run. There's nothing else we can do. And the battle, as we can see or hear, the battle still continues. The battle, I don't know, who is that? Can I see that? Yeah, 1DD apparently. I have no idea why this is only 1DD. Yeah, he's independent, okay, so for whatever reason he's detached. No idea where the rest of my forces are, but this is again to simulate reality to some degree. In this phase, without radios, without satellite communication, without radars, you wouldn't know where the other ships are. I mean, of course, radios were in existence, but with very limited reliability and range. So let's just speed up. Okay. Spotted something. Let's order the light ships to attack right away. It's not too fast. That might actually be a battleship. Something like that. It's turning away. Okay. Transport. Okay. Not quite a battleship. Let's stop the order for the light forces to attack, so hopefully they don't waste too many torpedoes. Okay, he's definitely out now, so let's hope and they don't waste torpedoes. Let's see. Those 2 cruisers are continuing forward and hoping to get a vision of the land target. If not, I'll have to wait until the sun comes up again. There it is. Okay. Now let's stop. In case we spot it again. We identify it, because as long as it's unidentified, they don't open fire. Disadvantage of this tactic obviously is that at nighttime one might be surprised by enemy ships. But yeah, they finally spotted it, so we might be lucky and they'll destroy it in time. Okay. Well, at least this is going fine. Night visibility is high enough. To make sure the target is being kept spotted. Okay. But still not sunk yet, not destroyed yet. Just waiting here now. I mean, it's on fire, heavy damage. But for whatever, they're already running out of ammo. Okay. Well, it seems to be quite resilient. Okay, finally done. So back up to 20 knots and just retreat. No point in looking around, hoping to find something which might turn out to be a battleship that I can't sink. I mean, in general at night I guess my chances are higher against battleships, especially as my destroyers still have torpedoes. But still, this mission is... The mission goal is fulfilled, and if I run into a target that sinks my fleet, I don't know. I guess I could risk it. But I have no clue whatsoever where the enemy fleet might be. So wasting time looking around for them, I don't know whether it's worth it. But at least this mission was a success, and the victory points for the destroyed bombardment target will be received. So we will be one step closer to a victory against the Russian Navy. Okay, so 300 additional minutes. 5 more hours basically. Probably become a little close to daylight, or maybe even daylight again before the battle ends. But as I said, I don't think it's worth it looking around, hoping to find something. And in the most likely case, it would just be a transport ship, which gives some additional victory points, but is generically generated and thus not any hit to the Russian naval fleet in total. Okay, we're just heading for the harbor now. No point in doing anything else, but as we can see, the time is almost running out. Has almost run out now. Okay. So they actually didn't have battleships as expected. Okay. Well, major victory. That's fine. Anything we need to do? I don't think so. We can just continue on. What is happening in the Far East? I should check here. He doesn't have any base in invasion range, so I am not in danger of being invaded myself. According to this, he doesn't have any fleet there. So, yeah, no point in sending any ships there. We are concentrating on Europe. Yeah, and we'll continue the war because I want the Baltics. Okay. Russian raider has been scuttled. Nice. Convoy attack, we can accept that, because with him not having a fleet, this should mean he can't muster, yes, so we'll get the victory points. And so far 10 to 2k. I mean, it's not decisive in the total numbers, but it shows a good... Okay. Yeah. But it shows a good tendency. It shows where where it's heading to. Okay, my heavy cruisers, a cruiser action. Let's hope it is between the battle cruisers. Nope, too bad. But I think the Ariadne. Oh, it's a 4-inch. It's one of my colonial cruisers. Well, that's not really what I'm looking for. To have it fight something. I think I'll just return to Pillow as soon as I can. Because his cruiser should be superior. What is going on here? Okay. Well, I don't think it makes sense to look for trouble in this ship. It's too weak. And the Russian cruisers should be stronger, so in the end I'll just lose my ship and lose victory points for nothing. Those Ariadne class aren't even supposed to... Is it Ariadne class? I don't think so, isn't it? Nymphe class, yeah. The Nymphe aren't meant to fight anything. They are meant to be in colonial positions and maybe work as a commerce raider, but not to challenge enemy troops, enemy ships. Okay, it's getting night. Somewhere some battle is happening. I really wonder what this is. I've never seen something like this before. Every division seems to be a single ship. Yeah. Why? Patrol? I guess. Okay. So they are patrolling. Yeah. Guess because they are transport protection. Okay. Now we're just waiting for the battle to end. As long as he hasn't sunk anything for me, it should just be a draw without any victory points to either side. Oh, I've lost a corvette. Okay. Ah, but I had coastal ships, merchants, moving around, and he was incapable of sinking them, so it was considered to be a win from my side. Well, not too bad, I guess. Where were his cruisers? Up here? Okay. Can I see what side it is? No. Boyarin. Let me check how good those are, at least if I know. This one, was it? 8.6 inch, 4-inch belt. Okay, I thought that was, to me it is impossible. I can't design them to have more than 3-inch. So either that's misinformation or the AI has cheated. Usually after 3-inch it's becoming a protected or heavy cruiser. But nevertheless, it went well so far. Let's increase it a little more, but I don't think I'm gonna build something much bigger than 45,000 tons. So I don't think I'm gonna need it this big anytime soon. Better invasion capacity, that's nice. Need to check whether that means we can invade something in East Asia, maybe Sakhalin. I doubt it. That was too far away from that. Okay, so once more this thing. I don't know how often I've already bombarded this one spot. Let's increase to 20 knots again, so we get there faster. Ship sighted. Shall we look for it? I think we are. It's quite slow from what I see. Shouldn't be a cruiser, yeah. I expected it to be a transport ship, so we're going to collect those victory points here. And we can actually speed up again and head for the bombardment target right away. Because that one is... and they are shooting torpedoes like madmen. I should have taken manual control of the divisions and order them not to use their torpedoes. That would have been the best thing, I guess. Oh, okay. And now you guys have wasted them. I'm gonna ignore this fleet because the bombardment target is the most important thing. If I sink all of those, I might have a minor victory. But if I sink none of them and just destroy that target, I'll have a major victory. So in that regard, it makes perfect sense to just slow down, crush it, and then afterwards look for the battle. Okay, so they have, what do they have? Let me check. 2 6-inch, 6 4-inch, 2-inch belt. Not a strong cruiser. 10 6-inch, 2-inch belt. So that one is pretty good. Mine are modern ones. 14 6 and 3-inch belt. Yeah, so the ships are stronger. One cruiser is somewhat competitive, the other one is rather weak. But I still want to destroy the bombardment target first if possible at all. Okay, let's turn around. Okay. So we ordered the light forces to engage and speed up because he's charging me and there's no point in making myself an easy target by being slow. This is going against the wind, so what is torpedo range? Is it really this? Let's check. Yeah, it is. So we are well within torpedo range. Okay. So many changes in course are necessary to not get sunk. And actually I'm going to concentrate. Should I go for those again? I don't think so. Doesn't indicate any damage. I'm not sure whether I've hit them more than once or twice. So let's try to go for the bombardment target again while we can. Maybe down to 20 knots. Come on. Can you please destroy it? It's probably too much to ask for to get it destroyed this quick. Okay, so let's take care of those ships if we can. Course changes. Let's go parallel. Speed is up. Yes. Okay. Hits are basically equal from what I see. It's more on me, a lot more hits on me than on him. That's not good. Nuremberg is eating quite some damage. What is the hit chance? Target size? Why is it shooting at a destroyer? Does need to shoot. Is that the weaker one? It is. Let's 2-inch belt. The other one had 2.5, I think. Should first take out the cruisers. Let's take this one then. Both have the same armor, so none of them is likely to go down earlier. But shooting destroyers while I get pummeled by cruisers doesn't seem to make much sense. And the speed is already going down. Not good. Not going well. Okay, let's turn. And go for another run on the bombardment target. While their cruisers move away. When does night come? Not anytime soon. Okay. So this battle will be fought. No point, no chance of avoiding it. Okay. And there's more coming. Okay. So that's no chance. I can't go into them as well. So I need to move south. Hopefully I'm able to take out those cruisers. I mean, my ships have taken damage, but they're nowhere close to sinking. And that one is slowing down. Okay, good. Okay, ammo is getting lower. Still 19 knots. Okay, at least not it didn't went down the top speed. We need to be somewhat careful about torpedoes. And it looks like, yeah, why are they shooting this destroyer? The further one, the one further away. Ever so often I don't understand the targeting. It's a very small target, fast moving and further away, so hitting it is really difficult. But instead of shooting the one target they can hit, they are likely to hit, they are moving. I don't know. I just don't understand so much of that AI. But at least it seems to work now, even though I don't hear any shells. What is the weather? Overcast, so no interference in this regard. Turret jammed, shooting, okay, so they're shooting again and some hits are being spotted. There is another cruiser coming from behind, at least still out of firing range, but he'll take out V-30 pretty soon. Yeah, I guess because they can. Hey there. Okay, so we're getting closer now. Let's make sure they're focusing cruisers and not the destroyers, and hopefully doing enough damage. I mean 40 and 31, that is not too serious yet. Okay, what does it say here about their damage? Light damage, medium damage, okay. Would be nice if you guys got some nice hits now, some critical hits. Speed still at 19. Okay. The other cruisers coming from the south. It's like they're trading shots. I don't see anyone hitting the other side much more often right now. It's kind of disappointing. But I might actually go back for the bombardment target. Okay, now some hits. Is it slowing down? How fast is it? 15 knots. I'm not sure whether it's damage due to damage or what the reason for that is. And let's just continue like this for a moment and then maybe turn starboard towards the bombardment target. Bombardment target now. Okay, still 19 knots. It shouldn't make that much of a difference yet, but I have more guns and I have gunnery training, if I remember correctly, which I don't know whether he has, but if he doesn't, I should have vastly superior accuracy. Okay, perfect. Now it's destroyed. So now I can actually go back here. I think those other two cruisers have had enough. And 2 against 1, we might be able to take out the Vladimir, not Vadim. Vladimir, 8 6-inch at 3-inch belt. So that's not a bad design, decently strong. But I still got 2. And if he runs away, I don't care either, because I got the bombardment target destroyed. So I will, unless I'm losing ships, more than 1 or 2 destroyers at least, it should still win the battle. Yeah, let's just retreat, I guess, because he's running away. So with my 19 knots, as one of them is rather damaged, doesn't make sense to try chasing them. Let's just go south, and now I can go to ultra fast, so it should be over more quickly. Okay, nighttime coming. Okay, soon be over. This I dislike this mission, especially as they always set the target here where you have the coastal area blocking you from accessing it. So if it's at night, I've had games where I had to wait until it became daylight again to even be able to spot the target. And that is rather disappointing. Okay, so what is it? Yeah, 70. Okay, that should be it. Good. Major victory. Okay, so I had one of them was considered to have medium damage. Okay. Still, major victory. Even gained 1 prestige. Perfect. Okay, no. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the invasion ranges. Whether something has changed in Asia, but nope. No change there. Okay, so we can continue. Sakhalin continues. Rate of fire eliminates rate of fire and reliability penalty for triple turrets. That's very nice, especially as my first triple turret battleships are coming online in like 2 months or so. Coastal rate, and I guess another bombardment. Yeah, of course. This time with battleships. Okay, so we will likely face battleships ourselves. That might be a battle with more of an impact than the last one, so let's see. That is a spotting, and that shows me if I click that and the time continues, it shows me where they calculate in my map room, and my navigational officer or whoever calculates where that destroyer would be if he continued with the reported direction and speed. So that can give you some indication. But once more, instead of going on a wild goose chase looking for ships that are probably even misreported, I'll just go for the bombardment target, concentrate on it, and if I find something on the way, okay, I'll go for it, but only then. Okay, I have battleships down there as well, apparently. Support forces, yep. Lothringen and Wittelsbach. One of the old useless, rather bad designs. My first generation. Well, maybe I'm lucky and they even do some damage. Occasionally you are lucky, and in the end result you find out that your support forces have sunk a battleship or two. And I actually didn't have it. I don't think I ever lost a battleship in my support forces unless I actually had them join my battle very closely. But yeah, so they spotted a ship. It's rather slow, so that should be a transport once again. Let's speed up. Can actually go to 20 knots. I think they can do 20 to 21, right? Yeah. Okay. It's almost a little fast for a transport. Might still be one. Yeah, it is one. But it felt like it's close when it wasn't identified. It felt like it was as fast as one of my cruisers. So I was kind of surprised because they should be going around 20 knots now. Still. Let's take out the bombardment target, and then what is spotted up here? One single ship. That is agile and fast and changing course, so that's a destroyer or a corvette. I think, at least. But there is another one. Okay. Well, again, we're concentrating on the bombardment target, and then we'll just move back because what has been here were a lot of targets, and if possible, I'll intercept some of them on the way back. Maybe even help the support group. Sets unknown ship, okay. Single ship usually is either a destroyer, well, it can be a lot, but it can be a destroyer, a corvette, a cruiser spotting for a bigger fleet, or a transport ship. This time it's identified as a destroyer though. And it's decently fast. Yeah, we are saving those poor souls from the transport. I mean, they could probably swim ashore, but I'll get additional victory points by saving them. Okay, he doesn't seem to gain on me though. Do I? And I'm not sure whether I gain on him though. Do I? Can't say. Well, those missions are rather boring. I always go for the bombardment target and then just look whether or not I find something on the way home. But as I like to say, what I really enjoy about this game is the battleship tycoon type part. So building battleships. Ooh, and there is one. Even though it's getting night. Okay, let's go top speed. 20 is top speed now. Maybe we can intercept someone in here. So I really enjoy. No, I already destroyed it. The battleships, obviously, with their big guns, it didn't take them long to destroy it. So there was a small pop-up which I immediately clicked away. But yeah, it's already destroyed. Okay, let's see what kind of battleship that is. Only 3 centerline turrets, 13-inch, 9-inch belt only, so that's a very weak one. The ones I have, yeah, 8 14-inch, 12.5-inch. You shouldn't have the slightest chance. So now I need to make sure I don't get torpedoed. That sounded like torpedoes being launched. And he had good angles on me. So, how fast is he? I forgot to look. 20 knots, okay. As it's some time into the battle, he shouldn't even be able to do 20 knots, and he's actually slowing down already. How damaged is it? Medium damage, so he took damage from the support group's battleships, I guess. Yeah, he'll be taken out rather soon. So all I need to make sure now is not being torpedoed by that guy, which made a quite obvious turn here. I mean, they do that more often than they have torpedoes, and I wonder whether it's programmed into them. Oh, nice. It even blows up. Okay. So we're turning away immediately. No point in chasing a DD. So yeah, I wonder whether it's programmed into them that they make mock attacks. Because they obviously only have those torpedoes which are in the torpedo tubes right at the beginning. But I think it's rather nice because it's really hard to judge when they torpedo you, and often enough you think you're safe and then suddenly your battleships get hit by one torpedo after the other. That can be really frustrating. But it shouldn't be too easy anyways, so in that regard it's pretty nicely done. Okay, let's go back to cruise speed so the stokers aren't too exhausted. I think it still has cold fired, which means somebody's shoveling the coal in. And if I run at full speed all the time, they get tired and the grates need to be cleaned and so on, and the top speed is being reduced. And I want to keep the ability to go top speed if necessary. But I don't think there will be another engagement now. I could have probably looked somewhere here or gone for Riga, into the Gulf of Riga to hope for another target. But night battles are quite the gamble every time. I think I have night training as well, so it should be, in that regard, I should have the advantage, at least some advantage. But it's still, there's always a risk in this involved, and I rather not take it. Okay. So daylight again. Yeah, that was the battleship I sunk. I wondered, did I actually lose a turret on one of my battleships? But no, it shows me the last image of the battleship, of the Russian battleship that was sunk. Okay, you guys go for the harbor. But yeah, time will run out before they reach it. Okay, so that should be another nice win, unless my support force has lost some ships, which I doubt. No, they haven't. Good. Yeah, let's end it. Okay, so they had 3 additional battleships. Where were those? Yeah, somewhere up here. Or maybe already in harbor. Probably already in harbor. I mean, that one was slow. It was already damaged and running into the Gulf of Riga. So I guess the faster ones were going ahead and were already entering port. I would have just wasted time and risked running into mines. 2 prestige. Perfect. And more victory points.